What's up, family? So, you know, I've been away for a little bit. Like I told you guys, I had a sickness in my gut that's been literally going on for like 3 weeks, right? The enemy has really been trying to test me. I was in a flow state. I was in a spot where I was beginning to build momentum. I was focused on a business thing. Um, I was focused on healing others on the channel, and healing others in person, just locking in on the gym, locking in on my diet, locking in on everything, right? And that's when the enemy attacked. Okay. And, this is what I want everybody to understand is this is how he's going to attack you. He's going to try to put roadblocks in front of you to try to get you to give up on your mission, and there was no way that I was going to give up on my mission, even if it set me back some time, even if it took a toll on me, because it really did. It's hard to not be able, for me, not to be able to go and do certain things as far as like the gym. That's my sanctuary. That's the place where I get like mental clarity, where I build my confidence up, where I just feel good when I go to the gym. It's like my medicine, my stress reliever. And that was something that had gotten taken away to where I haven't been able to go for about a month now, and that's really hard for me. And I began to start to accept that and just really try to you know focus on my diet and um really reflect and think about things. And one thing that I've noticed that chosen ones, the enemy is always going to attack you through other people. And that's why, even though it's hard sometimes, you have to truly understand that it's a blessing in disguise of why you can't be around certain people, or why you can't be around large groups of people in this season. Maybe you used to be able to. I know I used to be able to in my days when I would party a lot, or I would go out a lot, and I would do this and I would do that. But a lot of those people weren't true friends. When I'm going through hardship, when I'm going through something, they're not the ones that are checking on me. They're not the ones making sure that I'm cool, that I'm good, that I'm safe, any of that. you know and one thing that I realized is during this season where I have truly been battling with things because I was sick. I had kind of had to be stuck in the house more than usual, not even going to the gym, not even barely going on walks. I've been trying to go on walks because I know the sunlight and walks is going to clear me and help, my mindset, and just get natural energy from the sunlight, right? And, I noticed in this season that God was sending, or not God, but the enemy was sending attacks through other people. Or that, things that I used to like to do, go out and party, go out and do certain things. The enemy, what he did was during this season where I've been alone, he will try to send people that are still stuck in that bondage. And, he will take someone with like a pretty face, or someone that acts like that they may be there for you, in this time of need. And it could be deception. So you got to be very careful. It's a very thin line there where you got to understand, like, where you can't be afraid to meet new people. You can't be afraid to form new relationships. But at the same time, you also have to understand that when you're locked in and when you're focused and when you're on your path and you've cut vices out of your life and you've cut certain habits and people and places and things out of your life and you start to get momentum, it's not a coincidence that something pops up in the way trying to stop you or trying to slow you down from what God has for you. And, you know, that's what had just happened to me, you know, and thankful that I understood this, you know, because I've had this happen my whole life. And I've noticed when I really begin to reflect and look back, you know, that was the number one thing that the enemy used against me to hold me back from who I was supposed to be. Not only from me getting closer to God, but from me truly elevating and becoming the purpose-driven man that I'm supposed to be. You know, I've noticed that he will send like a pretty woman in my life that will like come out of nowhere. And it's always the same type. It's always the type that's going to hold me back from my goal, from my mission. And you can tell because, you know, there's, you know, at first it'll always start cool. You know, at first it'll always seem like it's a good thing, you know, and then the moment that you begin to like give them, you know, more of your time, they, you know, they might try to control what you do, or they might try to fill your schedule to where you can't, you know, where you can't focus on the goals that you're focusing on. You know, and that's one of the hardest things as a purpose-driven man or woman is when you are truly, truly focused on a certain goal. You know, it's a season of finding yourself and, you know, really becoming who you are and learning this new version of yourself and truly healing from all the things in the past. And, you know, being very comfortable with alone time. Because the fact of the matter is, when you're truly focused on a purpose or on a mission, a lot of people ain't focused on that same purpose or same mission. And if you got a big goal, you have to understand that 95% of the people that you're around aren't on the same time that you're on. You know? And that's been something that's been probably the most difficult for me. And I'm somebody who's very peaceful when I'm by myself. I can go to the gym by myself. You know, I can study by myself. I can do a lot of things by myself, go on walks by myself, you know. But there's those times, you know, when you want to unwind or you want to go and do something that's fun. You know, you just want to get out of the house or get out and do something that can, you know, kind of give you that mental reset. And that's where it begins to get, you know, really tricky, where you have to understand that, you know, the enemy is going to use that time to try to lure you into old habits, old ways, old things, old addictions, old things that you may have broke free from. And he does it every single time. You know, and I truly believe that your breakthrough and that your moment of abundance and, you know, where you really start to hit your stride is on the other side of that. You know, when you become that person that can truly, you know, just say no to things that you know ain't serving you. Or where you can tell people, no, I'm good. You know, I'm just too focused on this goal. I'm too focused on this mission. At the beginning of this journey, when you're chosen and you find out, why all these things have happened in your life, and you begin to understand that you are chosen, and then you begin to understand that you are highly anointed, or that you have a high purpose or a high calling, or that God has a specific plan or a specific goal, a specific mission for you. You have to build that strength in your mind and in your soul to be able to be selfish in that season. And it's okay. Chosen ones, a lot of times that's hard for us because we aren't selfish people. We're people that, we truly care about others, and we like to see other people happy. We like to see other people winning. We're not the type that's going to hate on you or envy you. When we see someone being successful, we see it as, man, that's awesome. I'm happy for them. And if they can do it, that means I can do it. That's our mindset most of the time. And maybe for some of you, it wasn't always that way, because we're not perfect, we are human. And a lot of chosen ones have had a tough road. We've went through a lot of things, so just like anybody else, we do have that side of darkness. We do have that side where we were in darkness, where we were in the world, where the world had us blinded. But once you awaken, and once you begin to step into the person that you are supposed to be, there's going to be a season where you do have to be selfish for the most part, where you do have to put yourself first, just you and God. Because in order to truly pour into the people that you need to pour into, and to pour into the passions that you need to pour into, and to pour into the goals that you need to pour into, you first have to be able to do it for yourself. You have to be able to heal yourself first. Heal your mind, body, soul, spirit. You have to be able to heal all of that. And just the healing journey alone isn't overnight. It's a long journey. It's not a race, it's a marathon, And you got to truly be able to understand patience, and that's one thing that I've truly began to develop is patience, because that was probably one of my weakest points is patience. I'm always trying to rush the process in everything that I do. And we have to, and from this time where I've been in and out of the hospital and was sick, I had an infection in my stomach, like I said, it truly made me be grateful for the smaller things. It truly made me be grateful for the life that I have, even if I'm not where I need to be, even if I'm nowhere near where my goal has me going. I appreciate the things around me and the smaller things that are actually the bigger things, such as health, such as the ability to wake up every single day and smile, such as the ability to know that God has your back, that you were chosen. Really think about that you were chosen. And if you were chosen, then you really got to sit on that and understand that it's not a small thing. It's got to be something that you hold power in. It's got to be something that you see as a very big thing, even if it doesn't look like it right now. Because at the beginning of your journey, it's not going to look pretty all the time. It's going to look hard. There's going to be tears shed, There's going to be times where you feel alone. There's going to be times where you feel like you're not enough, where you're not doing enough, where you don't have anybody. And then there's also going to be times where you're at all-time peace, where you're at all-time abundance. And when I was in and out of the ER a lot, and I had to get a bunch of tests done, that's another time where I was truly thankful for my health. Like, even if I couldn't work out, I was thankful for for me trying to remain as healthy as possible, because you see a lot of people in there that were a lot worse off. You know, there were people that were in wheelchairs that were never going to be able to get out. You know, there were people that you could just tell that were having a very rough time, you know. And it really made me thankful and grateful for what God did give me, and what I do have, that even if I'm going through a tough time, that I have to understand that, you know, God always has my back, and that he will get me through it no matter what, and that you will come out on the other side stronger, wiser, better, all around. You know, and this is just something that I've really been thinking on in these past few weeks. And I'm hoping that, you know, this helps you guys as well. Just wanted to have a quick talk with you guys, you know, let you know what was going on with me. And hopefully I can feel 100% soon. You know, I pray for you guys every single day. And I pray that, you know, God continues to heal me, so that I can continue to be there for my people, so that I can continue to help heal, and, you know, and just chop it up with you guys, you know, because I had a lot of goals that I wanted to do. And, you know, a lot of these things have held me back, you know, and that can really make you feel a certain type of way, you know, when you really are focused on something and you just, at the time, it gets postponed. You know, so I love y'all, man. I really do. And I really hope you guys are doing good. And, you know, just always remember that, you know, in the season of growth, that it's gonna look messy sometimes. And that when you come out of this, you're going to smile and be grateful for everything that you've encountered, and the strength that you've built, and the wisdom that you've encountered, and that God's going to take you through it all and show you why you had to go through that, you know? So, you know, just keep staying focused, stay positive, stay blessed. And I'm very thankful and grateful for you guys, you know. There's times where you guys, you know, tell me what's going on, or you leave a comment down below, you know, and just give me healing and inspiration, or, you know, just let me know that you guys are there, you know. And that's what we got to be as chosen ones, is there for one another. You know, so I hope you guys have a blessed week, and hopefully I can drop another one soon. And, you know, I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Salute.